All right. This is going to basically serve as my review for Project Lazarus. Another game I like, got a really big update, and it's this style, so I don't think I'm going to be coming back. Also, I'm pretty sure I've unlocked everything that, you know, I want to unlock in here. I've tried, these, and I've got weapons preferences and character preferences and stuff pretty well. Like, this is the only one really I have left to buy, and buying that will not change anything. That will really only just make one less click before I get to the end game aspect of it. So I'm just gonna do like like you pick your bot and they have different uh, attributes or whatever. But there's this end game mode, right? And it's called challenge. And I picked Drake because in challenge mode, challenger, um, its attribute becomes really important. Like automatic weapon evolution. That means I can just stand by the exfil, the exit, and I have to be by the exit because weapons don't get any more powerful as far as I can tell. The first time I successfully completed Challenger, I was fairly conservative and I left with like 30,000 points or something. And apparently that's like 600 in global rank or something. I don't know. But getting in the top 1,000 on my first try tells me that I'm at least in the realm of having a decent understanding of how it all works. And I don't think I can improve things much. So let me show you how this goes down. First of all, I don't like that animation. I don't like being forced to see this. I don't like the menus that I have to not skip when it first boots. It's like, play a controller, don't get epilepsy. Here's the name of our company. And it's like, I really hate unskippable
40,
stuff.
30, 20,
This,
10.
yeah. See, it makes me do something every time. Um, Another thing, the sound effects are not that great. Like the gems and stuff, they're really grating, but it lets you turn them off. The sound for that, which is cool. Crystal sound. Subtle, by importance default. Subtle. It's not. It's just ding, ding, ding for everything. So I turned that off, and I'm not a big fan of music in games anyway, and I'm not a big fan of automated voices either, so I've turned both of those off. Yeah. So here's another little gripe. I guess it's not so much a review as, I mean, it is a review, but it's also, wish list. I can't, as far as I can tell, like I have to, oh, I hit tab and something happened. I don't know what I did there. So, okay, I guess I skipped. Yeah. Um, I can't like double click one. That's kind of annoying. I would like to be able to just double click it and it pick it. I have to like click it and then click install. Uh, will enter do it? Nope. Can't arrow around and do it. So that's kind of annoying. In this mode, how the meta progression works is you get the game gold cadmium or whatever it is, and you spend it on upgrades. And in that upgrade menu, that armory menu I showed you, all it is these leveled up in advance to some amount. And yeah, that just saves you some clicking really and gives you a little bit of an advantage early. That's fine. I mean, I like it. The problem in this mode is that everything starts at 1, so that's a bunch of forced clicking. Each weapon has 12. I'd almost like, and this applies to a bunch of games. I would like kind of an automated procedural menu so I could like make these choices in advance, rank them, and then just click my approach that I've built and let it do this automatically. Because this screen, this is basically the mode. Like early game, you get to run around a little bit, but late, you're gonna be just, you'll see. I'll be overwhelmed with killing stuff, getting experience, leveling, opening the menu until I'm maxed out, and then it's automatically picking stuff. But it takes a while to get there. I've got a build pretty well chosen for, as far as I can tell, it's as good as I know. This is, I'm not a big fan of this. These numbers are huge, like 45% damage. Let's see. Do any of them have a life thing? No. Damage +1 to monster speed. I'm not sure what that means. I don't remember. But yeah, spawn is good. Spawn is actually a bonus. That's density. Density is, a lot of the weapons don't have good AoE, so it's not really. I'm trying to avoid perks that take up a slot, because what you want is the ones that are permanent. A lot of the perks that are temporary, excuse me, suck up a slot. And I might have a bricked run here. If I hit another. Perks give you 1 free reroll, is why that matters. Of course, I have to take it. See, now that will run, and that's fine, and then it will expire. And I could have put a permanent armor or a permanent damage upgrade in that slot, and that's, you know, annoying. My strategy is fill up the slots as quickly as possible so that you don't have to stop and read this. And it really likes to give you the crappy ones. Yeah, there's a good one. For crit. One thing that's cool is the bots have different move styles. Like this one is WASD, and it's directional relative to the camera. And since the camera doesn't rotate, it's essentially fixed. And that's cool. There are other kinds. There's ones that operate like twin stick shoot. Like this one is a twin stick shooter too. But like there's a treaded one, and you actually have tank controls for it. And there's another one that flies that won't stop unless you ram it up against something. It's like constantly flying forward. Kind of like a spaceship motif. But the coolness factor wears off because they have attributes that are, there's a very clear list of tiers, and that's kind of demonstrated in the cost. Like the good ones are expensive, but they're all priced really low in terms of game upgrades. Like I think the most expensive one is under 10,000. Yeah, I want more. Let's respawn. I think I screwed up there. I didn't quite read the third one. Oh well. See, now we want lasers, and I think the orbital one. Yeah. I hate those. They're they get lost when the density gets really high. And they're just these really, really spongy normal mobs. And when they start to totally die, they get really fast. and it's kind of a pure defense check. Okay, so my build is built, yay. Now it's just farming out the EXP for it. And my priority is the perk filler slots, or perk slot fillers, you know, like permanent damage, permanent armor. And then it's the dreadnoughts. They're the only ones that can evolve. And then the expansions. And the number of these slots is different depending on your build, but this is a really good one. It's got, like, as far as I know, the max number of possible weapons to evolve. But the real, like, no-brainer aspect to this character is normally when weapons evolve, they show up on the stage somewhere and you have to go hunt them down. But with this one, as soon as you get to level 12, you immediately get the 13th level for free. It's just right there. You don't have to go track it down. And moving late game is basically impossible because there's no, and this is one of the reasons I'm kind of done, is like there's no way for me to really further improve my damage. I'm to the point to where it's not progression and unlocks anymore. It's just my input skill. And that's great. That might be a selling point for other people, but it's not my bag. I'm not here trying to, you know, display my epic gaming skill. I'm prioritizing Siege Cannon because that when it's all evolved, it blows up groups really well. And most of the weapons in my build are not AoE, and one of the things about AoE in video games is that it's overpowered. It doesn't work in real life like it does in games. Like you can, the example I like to use is in Vietnam, you know, or really any war that had grenades, people would throw themselves on the grenade to save people that are, see, that's the one I want. Increased damage, perk by 2, permanent. Click, and it stays there for the rest of the game. That's great. Anyway, people would throw themselves on grenades to save everybody because you can contain a blast. And in games like this where I'm supposedly fighting like mobs of thousands and thousands of enemies, AoE wouldn't be the magical field kill that it is. But, you know, we are in a game, so, and games always get that wrong. As far as I know. Laser Blaster is by far the best secondary weapon, in my opinion, because it shreds through crowds like that, bounces around, hits multiple stuff. This mode is kind of RNG, you know, those perks, some are, in my opinion, obviously better than others. But you see, you're starting to see the problem here. It's like every second I'm having to make a decision, and I've already made the decisions. I know what I'm, you know, I need to be able to like right click something and assign it a priority, or I don't know, something that isn't having to, because it's jarring. It's like a slideshow. But yeah, I prioritize the stuff which will affect the evolutions, keep me alive, do the most damage. And in this game, offense is very much defense, so I do like doing this stuff early because it's experience acceleration, but I don't know. That's probably a bad build decision in this case because I'm leveling so quickly anyway. I probably don't need experience acceleration, you know, gravity, and because there's a bot too, like one of the characters that has a crystal bonus. It's and I love how it moves. It's actually the one in the logo. It has like this kind of roach insect walking animation that's really solid. It looks good. But today's games, man, I don't know if I'm complimenting the guy or the tool he used to write the game, because people don't write games anymore. Games are basically, I mean, I'm not saying it's easy. If it was easy, I'd write my own and not play them. Um, but it's, see, that's real tempting, but I think I'm going to save the slot. I mean, maybe the guy put it in, or maybe it was just drag and drop from the suite of available options. Build order matters, but at this point, I'm kind of not sure it matters much, because it's like I should just spam install. Basically, I got to watch for bad choices. Like, I don't want any of the temporary upgrades. I do want to evolve weapons as quickly as possible. Yeah, see, I don't want dirty fuel. Again, temporary, sucks up a slot. Make my way over to the exfil. Don't want super damage. Again, temporary. I wish I could banish. This game badly needs banish. That would really help. Then I could just spam install, and that would kind of mitigate that. But then again, it would still be kind of jarring, because it's also how I aim. And that's another thing I don't like. I don't like having to aim. This game is kind of and that's reflected in my choices here. A lot of these are auto aim. This game is a lot like Vampire Survivors, and I would rather not aim at all. Like, I don't want. I would love to be able to just play this game with one hand. And honestly, I think that option should be in every video game, because not everybody has two hands. Okay, damage, spawn. Spawn damage. Wow, that's... Flat damage seems decent. I don't feel like I need much gravity, because enemies will be right on top of me later. And flat seems better than percent. And the armor is equal. The monster damage is really high anyway. The goal is don't get hit at all. You know, kill stuff before it gets to you. Of course, by design, that becomes impossible later. Priority on the evolves. Siege Cannon is really good about taking out the spongy ones. I'm not entirely clear on how it works. Like, it has a clip and reloading effectively, and I'm just unclear. We're getting there. Next time it comes up, it'll evolve, and I don't have to chase it down, which is kind of mission critical, because it has this all or nothing bet kind of mechanic where if I don't leave, I don't get any of what I've earned, which is not something I like. I don't like hardcore kind of stuff. I'm a casual gamer, you know, filthy casual. But I'm pretty militant about it, because I feel like, you know, and I've written about this, like I've got posts and stuff. I think that in terms of game design, casuals absolutely need to be catered to, because anyone can make a game harder for themselves. And it's perfectly acceptable to a casual to have a menu in a game of things that you can flick a switch and make the game harder. And but you can't really do the same and make tryhards happy, because they're all about accomplishment and bragging rights and no possibility of cheating. Heavy sarcastic air quotes. So it's better to cater to casuals because that can please both groups. It's just that the only thing tryhards won't get in that situation is the satisfaction of forcing their way on casuals, which I think that's fair to deny them that, since casuals are not trying to force their way on tryhards. We're not saying, make the game easy for everybody. We're just saying, let us make it easy for us. You can flog yourself if you want, but we don't have that fetish. Did you hear the siege cannon go off? That's what killed that white spongy dude. Yeah, it's like 5 minutes of gameplay, but I've been talking for like 10, 15 minutes because I keep having to stop and click the thing. Now, granted, I'm not doing it super fast, but still. All right, spawn, damage, peak, 2%, 4. I don't want to add a bunch of speed, but 4 flat damage seems decent. That's like 2 of the perks that I'm after. It's like 2 of these. So, seems like it's got to be pretty good, right? We're assuming some balance because these games are kind of all about math theory. Like, I suck at math flat out, but also I don't know how the math is being done. Like, I don't know what's multiplicative. I don't know what's additive. I don't know where in the equation it's happening. How close to base damage I'm going. So it's kind of just... I think a lot of these games would benefit from something like an overall DPS breakdown. Actual damage dealt. And I don't need it by weapon or whatever. I just overall kind of like experience per hour so that I can have some kind of objective measure other than final score and stuff of how well my choices did. See, it's getting a little hairy. And it's almost kind of like a turn-based game. It's like I'm going to make it 2 or 3 feet and then pause to make a choice. Which kind of turns it into a different game when my choices... Yep, Thor evolved. Nice. All get made and I switch into the passive leveling section. Which you will hopefully see. Hopefully I don't die before then. It's possible. Totally possible. Prioritizing that one if it's a choice. These things are cool. Like you hammer them down and they spit out resources based on how hard you hammered them. Ooh, boy, something hit me hard, see? It's gonna be a while before I get health. I'm gonna have to probably waste... Yeah, maximum armor, nice. It seems like some of these mobs, when they die, they give you an armor. Because I don't have any kind of device that I'm aware of that's... regenerating armor, but I'm regenerating armor and I didn't pick any of the temporaries, which is just another reason not to get one. Since you're going to regenerate armor anyway, you don't need to get to waste your perk slot. Ugh. Level machine gun 12 times. Machine gun, I mean, it's probably fine. It's just, I didn't get to pick it, and I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of any of the primary weapons because they're all aimed. Sweet. I believe that's all of my evolutions. I'm not. I will be having perks later. I don't like that. A straight upgrade. This one is a dominated option. There's actually a lesson there. Having that makes one of these look better when this one might be better. Of course, it's actually not in this case because 200 HP, that sucks. So we'll take the 15. Now I get to start circling the exfil and avoiding these damage zones, which are annoying because they look like my chemical pools. See? I mean, it's almost the exact same animation, and that's not great. I would like it to be more obviously distinct. But I have plenty of time, more or less, to get out of the way. There's no sprint mechanic, and getting extra move speed is a whole other thing. Like it's one of the extension slots, or it's a bot initial choice, like selection choice. If I've missed something, it's almost certainly that. It's that move speed is God. But I'm not a twitchy type gamer. I'm not good at movement. I would likely run myself into a wall or a pack of enemies or get lost or whatever. I'm better off, trying to tank it out in tech tree and turtle style, that kind of thing. One of the things that sucks is like there's a particular type of mob that's extremely spongy, and it'll show up in a big group and it'll completely cover the exfil over here, which is kind of shady. But whatever, it is what it is. We're getting close, I think. Seeing lots of 12s in that menu. Ooh, a level up. Why not? It's less valuable here than it is out in the levels. That one was the level up sound from an option, not from experience or crystals or whatever. Damage, speed, spawn. Speed. +1. See, we got a percentage speed and a flat speed. I imagine flat speed really sucks. But 6 damage, that's like 3 of those perks. So I'm taking it. Hopefully, I kill stuff before it gets to me. $12. So yeah, oh, okay, flat cannon. Flat cannon, machine gun. I guess one of the reasons I shouldn't be playing right now is like you can buy extra lives basically. They're like called energy shields. But they're pretty expensive and I'd have to grind out a bunch of money in the other mode. And I guess that's cool. I mean, it's cool. Yeah, I'd rather burn. Save the slot. These are not in the game. Stuff with life bars. I don't know what the deal is with them. One more. I assume after this it'll give me choices up until I fill the perk slots. And the idea is to just burn them up until I get permanent upgrades. Trying to keep those values as low as I can. Oh, I'm dumb. Damn it. Distracted. What's going on? I'm not getting choices anymore. Okay. Huh. So I guess when this rolls nothing but these, it automatically gives you one. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, see, I don't... Waiting for my damage. Red crossed swords. Or octagon. Money. Money. Skip. Keeps trying to waste my perk slots. Oh, an energy shield. Spawn damage. I don't need gravity. Maybe I do, though. And density is good. I'd rather have density than HP. Yeah, see, 30,000 and I could leave. No. I might start taking the super damage if I haven't filled up by then later because, as I said, damage is defense to an extent. Damage, HP. Definitely not double their health. Speed is not good either. And I need an emergency shield. See, it gave me a life. That's cool. There's probably some optimum number of shields to have that, like, when you're being driven way back into the corner, you know, when you're almost dead. It's time to head for exfil. I'm not really shooting for massive high score here, so... Nope. Hmm. Do I want another energy shield? Or do I want 2 perks and some armor? Better to do the damage, I think. Because if I do enough damage, I won't need my energy shields. Finally. There's a soft thumping noise that gets made occasionally, and there's the... I hate these guys. Oh, goodness. It's gonna be distracting. Definitely don't want all that. I don't want a ton of HP. I don't want a ton of damage either. See, 40%, that's a huge boost. Best of shitty options. Ugh. I hate those guys. Can't quite see what's going on. Goodness. Okay, good. Oh, jeez. Took out all my armor in one hit. See? Defense is a mistake. Just focus on deeps. Alright. Bunch of spawn. See, I'm really not a fan of those orange crowds. Like, those guys blocking that off is not fair. I'm gonna die. That can't be right. I must be misunderstanding the scoreboard. There's no way I'm, like, nearing the top on my second play. There's just no way. They must calculate score differently. Because my current misunderstanding is that if I escape with 60,000, I'm the best on the ladder, and that just can't be right. I suck at games. There's no way. It does seem to be creeping up kind of slow, though. Maybe it's like exponential. Look at that. No. I would totally do that, except I'm not entirely sure how that will affect the orange mobs. Then again, I do have some AoE, so... They seem to be dying without completely covering up the exfil, so that's good. gonna make tighter and tighter circles. More spawn, more damage, and an energy shield. More flat, same price. Maximum AP is irrelevant because I'm jacking up the damage so far. I guess I'll check out at 60. Before something one-shots me. But I guess it can't one-shot me because I have, like, the shields. I know that there's, like, a brief period of immortality. I don't know what the total exfil time is, though. Wow. Yeah, I want to keep HP low. He doesn't really turn on a dime. I love the animation, though. It's cool having a living kind of thing happening. It's getting hard to get to 60. Come on, I want to leave. There we go. All right. Yeah, I knew I was wrong. There was no way. 210. Okay. Now, the reason I thought that was because I swear I clicked leaderboards out here one time and I thought it said, yeah, see, look at that. Oh, okay, okay. I was looking at the wrong board. There we go. Uh, ah. So it shows me where I am. So what's at the, yeah, okay, top 12. 319. Okay, that's much better. But anyway, that's my review. It's fun. It's all right. It's not amazing. It's certainly not terrible. I played it for several hours. I'll buy my last thing here. Yay. And I guess I should, buy those. Keep grinding it out. But it's not, I don't feel like I'm playing. I'm just constantly spamming that menu. Click, pick a thing, pick a thing, pick a thing. And I almost feel like the shooting is way secondary. There's too much menu. So, yeah. That's it, I guess.